All right, so today we're just going to talk a little bit about the Beaver Builder 2 and its release. It's been a long anticipated release for some of us, got some awesome features in it. So let's just talk about it here a minute. First of all, it's going to be a little bit more responsive, and that is because instead of loading everything um, from the web server every time you call a module. Now the code is loaded in JavaScript into the local browser. So as you're switching back and forth, it doesn't have to go up to the server nearly as much as what it used to. So you're going to notice that difference. Then another thing you're going to notice is we've got a preview key. So just by tapping on the P key when you're just viewing here, so you can see now I'm in edit mode, and if I just go and tap the P key, what you're going to see is this thing will then switch over to preview mode, and I can see what the page is going to look like, and then I can just simply tap the P key again, and it switches right back into the edit mode. So that's going to make seeing what you have much better. Oh, and there's another thing I wanted to show you here, and that is if we do drop back into the preview mode, you'll notice up here in the upper corner, we have the mobile icon, so you can see what your breakpoints are on a mobile device, a tablet device, you can see what it's going to look like, and then on a desktop. So that's going to help out with your breakpoints and making sure things look good on different devices. So another thing we're going to notice, which is kind of cool, is the setting box itself. You can see over here is my setting box with all the modules and such. This is now movable, so I can just take and drag it wherever I want it to be on the screen. And I can also resize the module if I wanted to. So let's say if I wanted to stretch it out here a little bit, I can do that and place it anywhere I want. And I can also either dock it onto the left side or I can dock it onto the right side. So we'll move it over to the right, which is my preference. And another thing to note about this is it will remember your last settings. So if you happen to have it a certain size or in a certain position, or if you have it docked over on the side, it will remember that and start up where you left off before. Another thing that we have is this Tools menu. So if I jump up here to the Tools menu now, this is where you have all of your different things for getting into your layout, your global settings, or duplicate it. Um, that's all accessed here. It used to be over here on the right hand side, and you used to have a couple of different things. Now it's all contained under the Tools menu. And the other thing it's going to show you here is what you're currently editing. So it tells you the post that you're editing. Right now I'm editing the Beaver Builder change log. So it shows that to me. Okay, the Save button. So this Done button over here is a lot more intelligent. Now when you go and click Done, uh, if you haven't actually made any changes, it's just going to drop you right back into the view mode. You know, it's not even going to come up and ask you a question at all. But otherwise, you get these um, options here to discard, save draft, or publish. This is a new one that's added, this save draft. Although Beaver Builder has always saved changes, this one just makes it very explicit. I want to save that as a draft. So we'll cancel that one, and then smarter modules. So the other thing that we have here, when we talk about smarter modules, we have our panel over here. So what I can do is I can just simply click in a panel, and it will immediately load up this panel with the settings for what I'm on. In this case, I'm on a PowerPack info box, so it automatically brings that up. If I happen to click on an empty column, it's going to bring up the column settings. So I no longer have to close my settings box and then reopen it. I can just simply jump between the different modules and it'll go ahead and load up. The other thing that it does when you are editing these modules is it will automatically save the settings in here. While they give you a save and save as and cancel down here, if you don't save, it will automatically save that for you if you make some changes. Then the last thing I want to point out, actually there's a couple more things I want to point out here, but you can switch between dark and light themes. You'll notice I have a dark theme over here. I can switch that and come over here to, where did I want it here? Oh, the UI brightness. We can go to the UI brightness and change it to a light, or we can change it to a dark theme. The other thing you'll notice is we have revisions, so you can click this and go back to any previous revision that you might have had.